Welcome back to another behind the sound video. My name's Ardil and I'm really proud to introduce another one of our videos. Today's video is all about the Audi TTS that we've got behind me. Today's video is also going through what actually goes on a bit more behind the scenes, but we are all done on the vehicle. We're showcasing a little bit what it's like as a finished install. However, not much is actually visible on this install. Customer was after a stock look, increasing clarity, and we have delivered exactly that. Basically, inside the door has had an immense amount of soundproofing work and acoustic treatment work to basically make this car sound absolutely fantastic. In terms of solution, the customer didn't spec the vehicle with Bang & Olufsen when he actually purchased the vehicle. However, this system now goes way beyond that system. What he's after is a stock look. So in terms of the configuration from stock, we've got a 6.5 inch driver basically hidden away behind a stock location, and that's actually gone into a factory position as well. So the actual modification to the box itself that actually houses that 6.5 inch driver has actually not been modified one bit, but we've actually run cables through existing places and everything like that to arrange to kind of keep originality of the actual installation actually of the vehicle. So we've got an Audison Voce 6.5 inch driver down inside the door in a stock location. We've actually done another behind the sound video, so if you haven't watched that already, make sure you go check that out, because that actually goes through and actually shows you guys exactly what goes on that build process and how we've done that and achieved that. So that's basically there. The mid-range on this system we've not used. So basically there's a grill here for it for when the system from Audi gets spec with Bang & Olufsen. However, in essence, there's just a blank there. There's nothing actually physically behind that position. However, there is a grill for it because it's not spec with Bang & Olufsen from stock, but we have left that alone at the moment. In terms of what we've done up on top of the dash, we've actually added in the Audison Voce tweeter live again directly in a stock location. This Voce tweeter sits in there so perfectly. There wasn't actually any modification that we needed to do to get that in there. However, it performs really nicely. One of these things about sonically talking about any vehicle is a tweeter, generally speaking, in an ideal world, we always want it to be directed to you as a driver. However, it is always finding a balance between whether you want a complete stock look or you want to have some element of customization. Generally speaking, majority of installs we keep the doors relatively stock as a look. However, we can do custom A-pillars, we can do some pretty cool stuff with adding in tweeters in a really nice bespoke way that looks what's called like an OEM plus feel. It looks incredible when they're done. We've got an Aventador in at the moment that we're doing the same system on. That's having custom A-pillars, and in my own vehicle we've done custom A-pillars because it does make a world of difference. However, customers after a stock look, and we've done exactly that and achieved that, so we're really happy with how all that's come together. So moving over to the rear quarters, basically what we've got in here now, again in a stock location, we're actually using the Audison Prima co-axial speakers. I'm going to be using words like co-axial and component speakers. What is a co-axial speaker? Basically, it's a 6.5 inch driver on this occasion with the actual tweeter built into the original cone design of that speaker. Then inside the front of the door, we generally go for a component set, which is basically a separate tweeter to a separate 6.5 inch driver or speaker inside the door. Reasons why we use these sorts of components are different styles of speakers in a vehicle. Basically, having a front end, having a component set, what that does is it brings the sound stage up in the vehicle and your ears can appreciate what's in front of you and listening to what's in front of you. That's why we always generally use a component set in the front. The rear speakers are more there for rear feel, but it still makes a massive difference. The whole system is running what's called fully active, and that's why we're going to move over to the back of the vehicle and actually talk about the amplification stage, which is vital. In terms of the system, it's got a virtual cockpit in the vehicle. However, what we've basically done, obviously you can't change that at all, and we wouldn't want to because it works really nicely. You've got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, loads of functionality live already there. But sonically, the way sound is actually delivered to the speakers is very limited. It's because it's something you can't see. Manufacturers get away with it day in and day out. It's a very normal thing. However, it can all be changed, and that's probably why you're watching this video. Hopefully you're finding it useful, enjoying it, but if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. But also comment below, actually let us know what you want us to show you in more and other videos that we're doing. So the way signal is basically brought in, it actually goes into the Audison Prima 8.9, which is hidden away behind the factory floor. What that basically means is that signal goes into the actual processor and amplification stage, and then that's delivered directly out to the new sound system. The reason why we do that is because it changes the way sound is actually delivered to the actual new components in the vehicle, which makes a world of difference. So we've got fresh new cable running everywhere, but also everything's run alongside manufacturer wiring very neatly. Obviously, it's a very short cable run from the actual battery to the amplifier here. We've built a little cover plate, again, rather than just sort of bolting something down, it's actually built and looks really smart inside there. Customer wasn't after anything massively showy, but he was just after a subtle difference in look. So obviously he can show someone that if he wanted to, but that's not kind of the original plan, but it's hidden away in an area that's unused. So these amplifiers can be hidden away. We do, yes, obviously very large amplifiers that can obviously or have to be on display sometimes. However, system like this can be buried away, don't need to see it at all, and it's kind of a forget about it. It's done, it works perfectly, and it won't let you down. The reason why we're using an 8.9 amplifier, so it's an Audison Prima 8.9 amp. Basically what that in essence means, it's got 8 channels of amplification and 9 channels of processing power. This is future proofing because we haven't got a sub on this occasion installed just yet. However, there is an ability to add that in. So the 8 channels of amplification, 9 channels of processing. The 8 channels of amplification basically mean the way we're running the system, we are using all 8 channels. 1 and 2 are running the tweeters. 3 and 4 are actually running the front left 6.5 inch Audison Voce driver. 5 and 6 are running the actual driver side 6.5 inch Voce driver. Then what we've actually got is 7 running the rear Audison Prima co-axial, and 8 running the right hand side rear quarter Audison Prima co-axial speaker. So all 8 channels are being used. Then if the customer wants to later on add in a sub, we can by all means add that in, and we actually have digital processing power to control that. Me and Josh sat in the car earlier and we actually tuned the vehicle, making sure everything sounds crisp and everything sounds as exactly it should. We've also done a little bit of bedding in on the speaker system because they do take time to bed in to perform slightly differently. It's a bit like an engine. It takes a bit of time for that speaker to start moving and using what's called excursion and moving that cone forward and backwards to loosen up that mechanism. Once that is all done, that makes the sound sonically change, and then we'll go back and retune. So we've got a little bit more bedding in to do, then we'll do a final tune, and then the car is ready to collect. Hopefully you're enjoying these behind the sound videos, showcasing a little bit more, giving you guys a little bit more technical knowledge of actually what goes on a system and what we do to get cars sounding as good as we do and setting the levels that we do as well. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Please don't forget to message us on any of our social media platforms if you are interested in having something like this installed in your vehicle, whether it's exactly this vehicle or something completely different. We work on literally everything. So thank you very much for watching, guys. We look forward to seeing you soon.